Hello, guys. Have you visited EZE IKEMBA 1 TV? You've not. What are you waiting for? Hurry now on all our social media platforms at EZE IKEMBA 1 TV. Please like our page, comment, share to your friends, to your intended friends, even your enemies and intending enemies. At Eze Ikemba One TV, we redefine African culture and spirit. And our services include lots and lots that will blow your mind. Rush now to Eze Ikemba One TV on all the social platforms: YouTube, X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and all other platforms. Eze Ikemba One TV. You will thank me for that.
EZE IKEMBA 1 TV, redefining African culture and the spirit.
Hello, welcome to another interesting section of redefining African culture and spirit. And this is at no other place than EZE IKEMBA 1 TV, your number one podcast studio in the Niger Delta. Today we are going to discuss lot and lot, giving culture a deep meaning. And you know how we do it, right? I am not alone in the studio. The studio is very well endowed today with beautiful and handsome traditionalists. Don't forget, this is your host, Okay Happiness Onyewe. And today, I want you to come closer. Stick to this station and you will thank me for it. Let's make welcome to the studio the Crown Prince Raphael Agada Clement. You're welcome to the studio, sir. And he is not here alone. We have the African mother, the cultural mother herself, Honorable Comrade Oti Lizzie Chichi, African woman. Mama, you're welcome to EZE IKEMBA studio. Thank you. And with me also is Engineer King Bernard. King, you're welcome to our studio. And we don't leave out another important personality, Ned Lovell. You're welcome to EZE IKEMBA studio, sir. You're welcome. Okay, my conference, I want to start with you. Okay. We are talking about Culture Niger reality TV show. Yeah. Can you tell us briefly about that?
Okay, first and foremost, let me introduce myself. I am Crown Prince Raphael Clement Agada Obodo Odumeke Ame.
Can you hear that?
I am an Idom. I hail from Obadibiri government, area of the state.
Very well.
Yes. I hail from Yoruba Kingdom in Obadibiri, comprises of 6 communities.
Oh.
Yes. And talk about culture Nigeria. Culture Nigeria is not just a reality show, just ordinary other reality show that we have been having in Nigeria. You know, Culture Nigeria is one of a kind reality show that is coming up to redefine, refine, change the mindset, change the narrative of our society today. Culture Nigeria is baited through the challenges of our societal leaders today, our way of life. We have deviated from our culture and norms. Our ethics and value have gone. Our culture are eroding on a daily basis. Our way of dressing are eroding as well. The immorality have become the order of the day. And the society seems to be very comfortable with it. And me, as a person who has a traditional background, grow up to see how our mothers dress modestly. and to see how our father have inculcated cultural life into us, it becomes a challenge to some of us that we can't just sit back, irrespective of our modernization and social life. The truth must be told. We are in Africa. Our culture is our culture. You can't take that away from us.
That's correct.
Understand? It becomes a shame to me as an individual that modernization, westernization, socialization is taking away the originality of us as a Nigerian, as an African. Some of our parents are very comfortable with it. But being a youth, I say no to indecent dressing. I say no to our ladies mostly. I see that the private part today has become the public show today, has become the order of the day. Drive around or walk around our streets today, you will discover that. Our girls, or our ladies generally, wear no bra, wear no pants anymore. It doesn't happen the days of our mothers. Right? Now, check our boys. The women cannot afford earring in the market anymore. Right? You find some of our boys putting on 2 earrings. Right? So the man that sell earring and the earring merchant now has increased the price of earring in the market because if the boy is price, he doesn't even negotiate price.
And it's higher sometimes.
Anymore. So understand? So the market, you know, if you go to market now, you want to price earring, you know the price now compared to what you are buying before. Right? So immorality has become the order of the day that we're celebrating in the cities. And my challenge again and my pain again that I am sorry to say that pornography as well has become the order of the day that our society promotes. We want to change the narrative and tell the society that you can become a celebrity without practicing nudity, without practicing pornography on crime TV. Understand? You can be celebrated. You can become a rich person. You can become a societal man, a societal woman. Understand? Without getting involved in immorality, without selling your nudity in exchange of fame or money. That's how. That is where our pain emanates from. And we start to say, okay, fine, let's do something different. Our language is going into extinction. A river child born in this river state, and a query child born in this query in this river state. If you ask him maker to say there will become problem. Does he even know the meaning? You say maker is speaking English. English has become overrated in our society that if you fail English, you go nowhere. How many schools are they teaching Ikwere as a subject? How many schools are they teaching Calabari as a subject? How many schools are they teaching Idoma as a subject? There's French as a subject in Nigeria. Now, Chinese are coming. Now, there is a school in Abuja that they teach Chinese. Turkey. Understand? Now, if I speak wrong English, as we're here now, you will laugh at me. This guy doesn't go to school. He doesn't even know the command of English. I won't be ashamed that I could not speak good English.
Yeah,
but I should be very ashamed that I could not speak my mother tongue. But that is the first language I should hear and I should know. I should be ashamed that I don't know my origin. I should be ashamed that I cannot defend my dialect. I should be ashamed that if I will go out and you greet me with an Idoma tone, Abole, Machi, and I cannot respond to you, I will respond in English. That is not me. I'm proud of my culture, my language, my way of life. Some of our children, they have to be. I don't know if you're married and you have kids already. If you go out now, what you speak with your children, English. I remember one of those days when I was telling my mom, I asked my mom something in her dialect, and my mom responded to me that, I don't want you to speak dialect, I want you to learn English. Right? And that was wrong. As a child, if I should ask my mom something in my dialect, and I want to know the reason, and my mom said, no, it's not English, I didn't blame her. Then they want their children to know how to speak English because they are local. Understand? So if they are local, they want that if I'm local, my child should be able to defend me tomorrow. Understand? Where they are speaking English, you should be able to defend the family by responding. But that does not mean you should take away your own way of life from that child.
So my conference.
Thank you very much.
How is this project structured to impact in our culture?
Promoting, projecting, propagating. And we have a very rich, beautiful culture that you don't even know. Do you aware that there's a culture in this country that as old as a grown-up woman like you, you will not shave your armpit, you will not shave your pubic hair until the day you are married?
Are you serious?
And your husband to be will shave those private parts in the presence of your kinsmen.
Huh?
Yes.
Well, that's not it. Promoting
That is their culture.
Okay.
It's nothing to them because it's not everybody who watch it. Understand? It's between the husband to be and the kinsmen. That's their own tradition. Right? So, Culture Nigeria will review so many cultures that are existing unknown to you and to others out there. For instance, if someone emerged from River State, understand, and the person must be vast in culture, tradition, way of life of rivers. Understand, he must know about Calabari culture. Calabari culture have a festival whereby they groom the younger one. Understand, the virgin when time come the parade and like a Zulu in South Africa. Understand, with us out and all of that. Understand, that doesn't mean they are promoting nudity. That is our culture. Understand, and that is like these people are right for marriage. If you are present at the festival, it's a festival which happens like once in a year or once in 2 years. Understand, you can pick a bride from there, right? It's another culture. So, Culture Nigeria will review and tell you that this is a beautiful culture that you're not aware of. We have a culture in one state that if somebody died, you don't need to transport the corpse back home. Just you alive travel home, leave the corpse there. Before you get home, the corpse is already on the bed, prepared and waiting to be buried.
For real?
Yes, in this country.
Well, those cultures, they are not existing.
They are existing. So if something must bring them out, understand, to be known, right? Something must like tell the so this is like we have so many languages, so many dialects in Nigeria that you don't even know.
What happens? Do you think some cultures should be abolished?
No.
Because I've heard something in the northern Nigeria that if you're coming to marry a lady, that you will prostrate and they will flog you to the extent they could even injure you. They could even give you some bruises.
Right?
So do you think such culture should be continued?
Yes, it should be continued. And there's a culture too of which if a particular like a royal home, a king want to give out his daughter, understand, and he call a contest among men, among the warriors to contest over that child. Okay. So whoever win, understand, we marry the child. It's the same thing in the northern part, which happen to be the Fulani, understand, Fulani people.
Yeah.
Right? If it's meant is mostly for the warriors. So if you are going to marry the Fulanis, they believe that you are a warrior. So it can be if you can bear the pain of you being flogged, automatically you can bear everything or anything that the wife or their daughter will put you through. Understand? That means that makes you become a man that you can as well take charge of your home. So it's not a culture that we should be abolished.
So you mean all the cultures should be carried
along
just the way they've been?
Okay, let me ask one question. What makes you? What defines you? Your culture. If I want to describe you, and I called your English name, which is the borrowed language, understand? You won't know where I came from. But I told you my name. I am Rafa Agada Clement Ogbori. That Agada, that Amen, should be able to tell you this person is from so region. Yeah. Understand? Now, if you say we should abolish culture, that means you are depriving some people their own identity to be known.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll come back to you. Okay. But until then, Mama,
yeah.
The Queen Mother. Okay, you have been an image of African woman. How has the journey been?
Wow, it's a very long time experience. It has not been easy. Yeah, I will start from my head girl. Growing up as a child, I like some certain look from my small. My mother used to narrate to me. In fact, growing up, even as a little young girl, she said that I was known and called as Mama, Mama. Yeah, so when I started growing up, my siblings, I don't like anybody calling me auntie. Yeah, I don't like you referring me as an auntie.
You prefer the mama?
I prefer the mama. And I don't also want anybody to address me as a lady. I prefer the woman. That was in my teen. So as I started growing up, then my hairstyle was I like being on the low cut, just the little neck and winnings, that pattern and the gold earring. Or another style you could see me is my afro. But I was trying to manage those things. But I remember that you must go to do retouching your hair. And each time I move to any salon and come back, I'll feel so very bad. I'll be sick. My skull, it don't touch my skull. And I feel happy. No matter how you try to relax my hair, it's always a drama. Until a certain day, a woman just came and told me, I want me not to ever, nobody should touch this hair. And that was how I started wearing this in over 20 years now. Yeah, not anybody. People don't see my hair. My close friends, they don't. Nobody has seen my hair. I cover it. Only my husband and my children are privileged.
And you're not a Muslim, are you?
No, I am not. I am not. I'm a Christian here. Yeah, and anywhere I go to, and this pattern denied me. I love being a force, the military and all that. But because of my lifestyle and the things surrounding me spiritual, so I decided to give it a time, and I have my peace. I have my peace. So then growing up again, the changing of color was also on the rampant. And I can tell myself that the best cream I have here is red oil.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't use
Red
any
oil.
red oil. I will just take it and rub. The best place I do is here so that I won't have white lines.
Your
I don't
face.
use cream. No, I don't use anything on my face.
And your face
I don't have
glowing
even.
like that.
I don't have soap. I don't have anything.
Oh my God.
I don't. The soap I use is this local one that they use. I don't have any special thing. I just use soap to bathe anything, but it must be non class. And I see myself like that. Okay. So as an African woman, my mother named me after Queen Elizabeth. She has so much love and respect for that woman then, yeah. So people started calling me queen, and I was born in the midst of men. There was so much admiration and all that. But people choose to call me that queen. But there's one thing again. Each time they call me that queen, there's an ignition. There's a force. It sends some kind of message to me. And me too, I'm a very freestyle. I don't call anything anything. I told him, no, I don't like that. So as my mother used to call me Africa woman, Africa mama, all those things. That's how the names are. Even in the university, in my church, till I got married, this name is the name you can trace me anywhere if you want to know me. And so this has been my style. I heard the king talking about modesty. It's been my pattern. I don't, as an African woman, I wouldn't want to expose my body. Even though the men folks are my best friends, might try to tell them that I stand out as an African woman. Then as an African woman too, because I'm a woman, you don't limit me to anything. I would always want to know what the men are doing. There is quite so much challenges, especially in this part of our side here. Last week, somebody called me, Mama, I respect you so much. And you've been on this. If you had been in the northern side, you would have gotten a lot of award and they would have given you. I respect you for this courage. It's not easy. You know, so many times, so many inconveniences, and you just want to stand out because you want to project a lot of things. And I've got a lot of deniers. Yeah, I've been denied so many things when you want to ask for help, appointment, or job and all that because it doesn't tally. As an
Why is it?
African
Do you
woman,
think it's because of your dressing? Or
No, because of projecting a calm character of an African woman. Yeah, I have to give it all. An African woman must be modest, must be chaste,
Must be
must
chest.
yeah, it must be chaste as an African woman. You don't run around men.
Men, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
an African woman, we believe in gender equality. What the man can do, the woman can do. That is an African woman. An African woman can fend for herself and for her community. An African woman can be seen as that woman, even in the Bible, a virtuous woman. An African woman is not limited to anything. Because I tie my hair gear does not limit me to anywhere. Because I covered my body should not limit me anywhere. There's so many competition I've been engaged into with the men. So I am a very proud African woman because it makes me stand out and I have my glory and my honor.
I must say you look so beautiful.
Thank you very
And
much. You just
African like.
thank
You're
you.
representing very well.
Thank you.
Oma, I would also want to know what efforts have you put in place to change some of these things or to instigate some of these morals into our growing children? At least
Yeah.
around you. I know you
Yeah.
may not change the whole world.
Yeah, I have an NGO called World Relief Global Organization.
What live?
World Relief Global
Okay.
Organization.
Okay.
Yeah. In that group, mostly on Fridays, I make a social appearance where we educate ourselves, but mainly on the part of health. Then I have a lot of young girls and even the boys around me. I'm a mother of so many children. So I have them around me where I always will talk about being modest, being chaste, and let virtue garnish your thought. I like bringing these ones around. Most times I move around and I don't condemn any child. Every child is unique. Every woman and girl child, they're very important to me. So most times if I have the opportunity to talk about their dressing, I will always come with an admiration. Whether you are naked, I will tell you, okay, you're very beautiful. But if you do like this, you'll be more beautiful. I used to walk into sometimes the hotels, we have a communication. I'll call them. How far has it gone? I'm just coming back from a trip. It is a man that took me out. Look at how much he paid. Nothing, oh. Then how far for your experience? It was then one day that somebody told me that, Mama, even as we expose ourselves, do you know that these men underpay us? They give us little thing. A woman was telling me that even 500 naira that the woman paid her for the services. And I now told her the reason why the body should not be sold out just for a little peanut. And I must tell our young people that no matter how much the man gives you, you underpay because the value and the priority of that woman, the man cannot, you know, make it up by way of giving you anything. I've had several challenges, even as a mother, a grandma, and as a wife. Now, society today is bent on that if you don't succumb, there are so many things you'll be denied. I'm a politician, okay?
So
I'm
it's
an
something I want.
activist
I
too.
wanted to ask
Yeah, and I'm a businesswoman.
you.
I've had several problems, when it comes to I am an independent marketer from the petroleum part and you see the challenges, but very few women there. So because I know my target and where and what I'm no matter if anybody no compliment, I do it so that I want to project something. So to the youth, when they are around me, I always tell them this. And to my children, I've had grown up children, I see them and to teach them that, being honest and modest pays a lot. It gives you that confidence that when you are moving on the road, you know that nobody will molest you or no accusation that will stand because you know yourself as a
Yeah,
modest
no,
woman.
there's something you said something that in Africa that we believe in gender equality. That
Yeah,
what a man can do,
yeah,
a
sure. That's
woman
my
can also do.
very well.
Okay, I want to ask, do you think this is cultural? Do you think it's African culture to believe that what a man can do, a woman can also do? Because we've been led to believe that the man is the head of the family and he decides whatever that happens. That the woman is like a helpmate to help men, run the family or the society. And now I want you to throw more light on gender equality.
Yeah, as a married woman, I am in my family. I may be that opportune to have some maybe financial support to the family. It does not give me a right over my husband. I still recognize that part that the man is the head, irrespective of the levels and my social whatever. So seeing it in the global race, the fact I said that we are equal does not take the fact away that the men are more, like in my slogan in the Nupeng, we used to say that women are great. We say no controversy. Then when we see our men, we say that men are greater. Men are surely they are greater. I like respecting the men. Whenever I'm moved and a man is insulting me, it takes me time to reply. In fact, I would rather go away because I told myself that I wouldn't want to engage my fight with the men. I like and respect them. But that should not give them the that feeling that the women are of the
Lower.
lower and weaker.
Hmm.
Whatever the men can access, I am the man, the person today that is advocating that because they have not given an opportunity to my gender, the woman. That is why Nigeria, even in the democracy,
Progress.
has been like this.
But,
But
but, but
then,
Mama, you see what is going on in the Nigerian Senate.
yeah,
Okay,
you
so
see
people are
that
saying, oh, that's why they don't want to give power to women.
no, they are very wrong. Natasha is one woman I respect. Whatever that gives her that audacity and zeal. In fact, I am making an arrangement to go and see Natasha.
Oh, wow.
I have similar challenges that of Natasha, even in this present time. No, there was a certain job that me, my PA, we travel for this, and I merited it and everything. And because there's this handshake that must be across the border was not given out. So I
You
began
were
to lose
denied.
out. I was denied several occasions. Several occasions. What Natasha is facing is like only water because I'm also a politician. Yeah.
Anyway, we don't want to go into that because we are redefining culture and spirit. Because if we're getting into that politics, we're going to
We're talking
spoil
about gender
a lot. We're talking
equality.
about gender equality.
Yeah, just gender.
Oh yes,
It
oh
has nothing
yes.
to do
But
with
at least
politics.
one thing
Yeah.
to know is
Yeah.
that the man is the head of the
Yeah,
family.
they are. They
They
are.
are the head of the family.
Yeah, I want our people to know that women can contribute so much in building up to this nation.
Okay.
You can imagine the Senate minority. We are not up to 5 there. We are not. Women can contribute so very much in building up and shaping this country. Give us a little time. Even the one that is happening in Port Harcourt here, if they give me an hour to narrate and come into the fight here, I will give my possible answer to it.
We
Between
can
what is
say women, oh yeah.
women, oh yeah, yeah, women are great, honestly.
Oh my God, that is okay. Thank you, Mama. I will come back to you.
Thank
King
you.
Bernard, please can you tell us briefly about your culture and why you think your culture is unique?
Yeah, as an Ekpe man, I would like to present a unique culture of mine. It's like the festival, New Year festival. If you look at maybe other tribes, like the Igbo, they call it the New Year festival. But in Ekpe, the River State here, the month of our festival normally comes on the ninth month of the calendar, which is September. But before then, to prepare for the festival, the first thing they will start with a kind of organizing wrestling contest for the male youths. They will be coming organizing wrestling contest from one community to the other. People will visit from different communities and they will wrestle. The young ladies will come out. They will be dancing and be singing, you know, and when they start, they carry powder and money as well. If anyone that throws the other persons, they will rub the person powder, they will even beat the person and they call it champion. So after this wrestling time, then it will come to the festival proper, in which the day of the festival, some people even have the impression as if the festival is for the female because they give all the female child a kind of preference. They will dress them in native attires, new clothes. There is this native black color that they will rub on them, decorate all the maidens that day. Within that period, they will be dancing and they will be singing. They will even invite their friends, maidens from different communities that will come. They will dance and they will sing. When they will be leaving, they will give them gifts. So it's a kind of culture that we cherish so much in those days. The male child too, even families, cousins will come together, they will eat together because during that period, everybody will come, is expected to come home, they will eat together, they will make merriment and all that. But looking at what we experienced in those days and now, you will see that the quality, the interest is declining. That is, it's declining on a daily basis. So I think that this culture Niger will look into this area, kind of how we can bring back those old glory to the system so that we will not let this culture
To vanish.
go into extinction.
Okay, King Bernard, what do you think that is the root cause of these cultures diminishing? Do you think the parents are unable to, instigate the continuation in their children? Or because those ones that practiced in the past, they are no more and the culture is dying?
To answer that, I will make reference to a conversation that I had with some of my friends 2 days ago. We were talking about this modern Gen Z generation, the way the girls are behaving and all that. Even the men as well, going into drugs and all those kind of things that generate this social vices. I told them that I think one of the problems that we have in this generation now is that the parents of this generation have failed us because during their own time, their parents did very, very well to culture them, to nurture them, to be who they are. But reaching their own turn to become parents, they couldn't take care of their children. They couldn't bring that discipline into their children. That is one of the reasons why we're having this issue. And I think the same thing is what is affecting us on this culture of eating. Because even some of us now that are parents, we are the first people to condemn our culture. Maybe because of Western reason or Western life or any kind of exposure that we think that we are into. So we will let all these things to overwhelm us, and we don't look at that beauty part of what makes us an African. You see me, if you look at my hand, you will see a bit in my hand. Even when I go to the UK, even when I come to America, anywhere I go to, I walk offshore. Even when I'm going offshore, you always see me with this bit. Because it's my culture. It still represents a lot of things. So if we don't see how we can, as parents now, don't even know how we can bring these things together. Because if we bring this into a forum now that we, the adults now, let's argue about this, you will see a lot of negative contributions that make you cry. So I think we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do in order for us to still bring this beauty. See, coming in here, seeing these pictures, this painting, it gives me joy. It makes me feel at home.
So culture, my
Yeah.
reality show has come to stay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is it.
Okay.
So we have a lot to do, and I believe that we have already started, and there are still a lot of persons that see that have the same like minds like as we have. So if we can try to keep with these people and start pushing the way we are pushing, we'll get there and we'll still get that
We promote it.
everything that we have been aspiring for, and those joy that we used to experience those times, our kids too will still experience it.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you.
Bernard, thank you so much for coming. Oh, it's been an amazing time in the studio, man. I'm learning a lot. I hope you're learning too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Bernard, I don't know if I should call you Mr. or
Can come in honorable.
Honorable.
Yeah.
Honorable Ned Loving. This Loving. Is it your English name or your name?
That's my name. Funny.
Loving. Your
That's
parents
my,
gave you
that
Loving.
is my name.
You see? Oh, we're talking about culture.
Yes. That's why I refused any of my child from going that way. I give them all native names.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I make sure that sometimes when I go to their school, they will say they can't pronounce the name. Like I say, how do you pronounce Chukwemeka? And how do I pronounce Chukwemeka? I cannot pronounce Oniso Jenita.
That's a big one.
And you cannot pronounce Onisofien. I even tried to even make it look a bit more.
What culture is that?
I'm in Kenya.
In Kenya, okay.
You understand? So I wouldn't take that from anybody. I keep singing it to them, and now in their school, when it's time for me to pick them, they'll sing the name properly with the native name. Because that is one way you can identify them anywhere.
Yeah.
So my parents made the mistake. My son name is Ned, it's my family name.
And
My father's name is Mark.
Can you imagine?
My name is Lovey. So there is no English name at all.
no
No native name at all.
native name.
Yeah. So I just no, it's not going to be like that.
And do you think traditionally you can change that?
My name?
Yes.
Well, I have a native name, but it doesn't reflect on any of my
Any of your
families.
certificates?
Yeah. So you can't just bring it, cut it. I just go by the name to give. I have my native name is Asweza. See how sweet the name is.
Sweza.
Asweza.
Asweza.
Very, very nice.
Sanskrit
and
even the English.
Yeah.
Asweza.
I swear. Very.
But you
And it
can,
means let there be light.
you
Can you
also
imagine? You
promote
can't
that name.
promote it.
You can promote that.
No,
name.
you can promote it.
You can just like we're
Name
here now.
your
What's your
child.
name? Say your name is Asweza.
Very beautiful.
Then you can add the English name, and gradually you can figure out the English name.
Hmm.
So tell us more about your culture. Those ones that you would wish to revive, you would wish to bring back.
Well, as an Ngele man, we share similar cultures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wrestling activities, our wrestling activities come during the rainy season. I think the peak of the rainy season from July to the end of September. So we wrestle from community to community, and we also celebrate festivals. These festivals mark the masquerades. We have different kind of masquerades that come to perform. We have dance groups and so many cultural activities that take place then. But then the community was united. There was this communal lifestyle
Yeah. Yeah.
which has faded away as it is.
Trust. And
You know, in my community then, if you steal, you'll be paraded around the community with shells of snail. You'll be half naked. They'll clad you snail shells and use plantain this to make
You.
wrapper for you, and you have to run the community. You know, such a thing could be so stigmatizing that you wouldn't want to do that again. And at the time when the westernization began to creep in deeply into our system, it became difficult for our people to hold those traditions. You cannot be a witch and parade in the community and post that I'm a witch. I belong to this, I belong to that. No, but this age is even to do it. You understand me? They will take you to the
evil forest, mark you, you take an oath, you can't kill, you can't do any evil. You won't even sleep with your brother's wife. You won't do any of those evil because you know where this matter will end. And the justice system was pure. Pure. Once it gets there, the oracle will not lie, it will just produce the result. And
Yeah.
you go to your brother's house, even if the kitchen is open, you will eat.
Yeah.
You will eat. Today you can't eat in your brother's house. Everybody's scared because of modernization. They have brought in the Western judicial system that is so faulty. The judicial system. You won't go there. Come back. Then you won't go there and come back if you are guilty and it says you are not guilty. Everybody knew the implication of doing evil. You won't try it. Because the result will definitely show that you did it. And you will see where a community will ostracize you. They will excommunicate you. People will not talk to you for months. Then the stigma alone is enough for people to stop doing those evil things. At the point, we generated into a period where you will see people, when they do any of these people, they take them to town hall and flog them. It didn't work. It didn't work. You flog them, the next day they are bold and up again and they continue with. Then the policing system came in, you take them to the station, the next moment they are out. So the whole thing was mechanized, destroyed because of the Western culture that crept into our system.
So what do you think? What do you think should be put in place urgently to revive some of this culture
Unfortunately, we have gone far.
in the Western
Yes,
culture?
we have gone far.
So you mean there's
Like,
no
where
need?
I'm coming, you see, like, you see people begin to claim rights. Everybody is right in his own way. We are beginning to practice an egalitarian system where everybody has a right. The woman will tell you that she's of equal right with the man. And many things are happening. The women no longer know their place. You understand me?
Mama Africa is here.
Yeah, I'm coming. You know, she has already told us that she respects the men.
Okay.
We are not.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we are
With
not.
that. Okay.
So she knows that we respect our women. My community, the women don't go to the town before this time. We cherish them that we don't want to burden them with community affairs. You understand me? That is respect. Because they are symbol of authority.
So it's not as if it's a man's word.
No, it is not as if it's a matter. You won't rub it on them. You understand me? We respect them. So we expect that there are things we don't let them do. You understand? As women, let us handle it.
Okay.
After all, you have made me your king. So let me take the decision that will benefit all of us.
Okay.
You understand me? So it's not as if we are trying to sideline them.
Okay.
You see, when it comes to things that we grow them and make them better, we will definitely do it for them and give them that opportunity. And that is what they want, at least. Yes, let us have equal growth. Let me grow.
50-50.
Grow and let me grow.
It may not be equal growth, right? But it may be the reason it's determining the place of a woman
Okay.
and not overflowing it.
Yes.
Because these days you get a wife and you want to get a second wife.
Yeah.
You want to get a third
Yes.
wife. Do you think the first wife will be very happy?
The question I asked is this. When our fathers were married 7 wives, we are there shortages of women. We are there shortages of women.
Okay.
You know today, as we are talking now, that it is not enough. The men are not enough for the women.
But do you know
So why don't they just allow it?
when our fathers were doing that, I think they give equal love.
Equal love.
They were giving equal love.
Yeah,
Okay.
they share it.
What Mrs. A enjoys is what Mrs.
Yeah.
I'm using Mrs. because my mother used to call my father master, and my father used to call my mom Mrs.
We are saying the
So
same thing.
equal love.
We are saying
But
the same
these
thing.
days,
The modernization and the westernization.
okay, the men are also
Now they are not preaching love.
okay.
They are not preaching love. So
But then they were practicing love.
they were practicing love. You understand me?
So why are the
So
men preaching love now?
that is
instead
the
of practicing-
modernization. The woman will tell you how to do it.
Are you serious?
The woman will tell you how to do it. That's the problem. I asked again, we are just shortage of women at that time. The answer is no. Today we have shortages of men, yet they don't want to allow it. If I'm the president of this country, I will legalize polygamy.
Thank God you are not. Are you a politician?
Yes, I am.
We will not vote for you. We will not vote for you. No. You're supporting that.
I will legalize polygamy. You know, because it will settle a whole lot of problems.
Okay, but if there will be equal treatment.
Of course, see, anywhere there is problem, any home where there is problem, trace it to the man. It's not being man
In
enough.
polygamy.
Yes, it's not being man enough.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, that's my point.
I love that.
I wanted
It's
to
not
say
being man enough. You stand in your authority.
Yeah.
Say how you want your home to be like.
So you don't do a preferential treatment.
No. No. If Mr. A, Mrs. A is having this, allow Mrs. B to do the same. The only thing there is you tell them that in all, whether we like it or not, there is first amongst equals.
Yeah.
That the woman who came in first, who please give her the regard for allowing you in. You understand me? Don't disrespect her. That's where there will be love. But in a situation, the second one comes, she wants to push the first one aside. Now you on your own, you now look at it that okay, the breast are not sagged. You're not seeing a standing breast, so you now prefer that one and chase away the other one. I'll push her aside. No, you are creating a very big problem. There should be no preferential treatment.
And do you think there is equality in love? Do you think
that is why I say
a man is able to love
that is why
four
I
women
say,
at the same time? Is it
that
possible?
is why I said
it's not possible, right?
We are
my grand priest is shaking his head.
That is why I said we are preaching love. They used to practice love. I come from a community where we had a man, he had about 7 or 8 wives. Whatever he buys, he brings it. He shares it equally. You, as any of the wives, when you want to come and choose, you take your time to choose. Okay. Because you can choose the least. With the way he did the sharing. These women lived happily. They married, they did the man died. You understand me? No, we are not so educated and that our education can no longer control, we can no longer control ourselves, that we begin to act like a white man. Those people don't have culture.
They have culture.
They don't.
It's not our culture.
They don't. The Bible they brought to us is not a bad thing. It's good. But let me tell you something. You see, I have looked at our environment and I see how communities and areas are being influenced by the kind of church in that area.
Okay.
I am a Baptist originally because of where I was born. When we were born Baptist. People from our area are holy as that. Right. You don't bend things. You do it the Jesus way, the holy way. People that were born in communities where they practice Catholic are all mafians. They make money in any, they are so strict and fast in every manner. You understand me? So if you go to a place, development comes to places according to the people that brought the religion to them. You understand me? The people in those areas behave like those their masters that brought the religion to them. A real Catholic man is a mafia. You can't take it away from him.
Anyway, maybe that.
And they bring it to their businesses, they bring it to political life, they bring it everywhere. But the Baptists will come to you will come to a Baptist house. And then you come, oh, my brother, please come and help me, I need this. He will tell you, do you merit it? Where is your qualification? The mafia won't do that. You are my brother. He will cut all corners to make sure you get it. These are the difference in our various communities when you go and you see these things. They are there, it's just that people don't see.
Are you a Catholic?
No, I'm not, I told you I'm a Baptist.
Oh, yeah.
I was born a Baptist.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay, thank you so much. That's the much we can take now. I'll come back to you. Now, my girlfriend, I can see that this Culture Nigeria reality TV show is going to face a lot of amendments. It's going to face a lot of redefining the culture. I hope you're ready for this.
Definitely I'm ready. That is a career call I've chosen. And that's the path I've chosen in life. I've had series of opportunity, job, appointment, offers, but they're not as important than a legacy project. That who we are in life. It's all about what you live today. Tomorrow the unborn generation will talk about it, benefit from it. Than enriching myself today and of no record tomorrow. We have different kind of record that set for ourselves. Understand? But I'm looking at a positive record that my next generation will come and will celebrate much more. If not for this one, we wouldn't have known this. We wouldn't have known this. There's no more history university. There's no more history separation. So if Kochi Nigeria will become an history of Africa, will become like where you can be and learn the way of life, our tradition, okay, then it's worth every of my effort and time and all my resources to put into it. I say where it's in Bible say where
What's that? Yes.
is and where knowledge is lack, the people perish, right? Understand? So not aligned with culture, with tradition. See, everything about me is culture. Everything I talk about is culture. Everything you ask me which church I go, I don't go to any church. So when you talk about church, I'm not interested. Understand? When you talk about the way of life of my ancestors, my forefathers, understand? I pick more interest when it comes to tradition. Because it's like, if we're talking about culture, not about church or religion, understand? We have our, like, I'm sorry to say, like the Christians have an adopted spiritual father,
Okay.
adopted spiritual mother, godmother and godfather. Understand? They will not, if most of the godmother and mother or father will make a child even separate from their own biological original parent. Understand? Now have more respect for their own godmother or, and it's happening in our marriages. Understand? Now, like if a tree, a branch of a tree is being cut off from a tree, how will you survive? How will that tree survive? Understand? There's no blessing that any pastor, imam will bless you. That will be that of your parents.
Correct.
Understand? So separating yourself from that your root is as good as you're killing your own destiny by yourself.
So I understand the cultural Nigeria reality TV show has come to handle all of that.
Yes, of course.
To redefine
Redefine.
what it should be.
Yes. Revamp the system.
Okay.
Change the narrative.
Okay.
Tell her, mostly they're talking about marriage or marriage. Listen, honestly, right? Africa, we are Africa. If we, let me just talk a little about marriage. Today you go to magistrate, you see bunch of divorce letter going on there. In our father's time, it wasn't like that. If there was a problem between two couples, they would call kindred together, the family of the wife, the family of the husband. They would bring the two people together. Husband will talk and wife will talk. And while husband is talking, wife dare not interrupt. Understand? Until the husband finish. They will not ask the wife, okay, your own part. And before the husband finish, the elders know what happened. Before the wife finish, the elders already know who is guilty or not guilty. And you see a perfect way they will handle it. That the wife will not feel bad, the husband will not feel bad. Understand? And eventually you see them unite back, stronger than the way they were before. This equality of the thing is not in Africa.
It's not in Africa.
See, either will take it no matter where you want to call it from, no matter how you want to paint it. Understand? There's no gender equality in Africa. And that's what is breaking our home every day. Supremacy. Understand? Women are dragging supremacy with men these days. It's not in us in Africa.
So in Africa, it's a man's world.
It's a man's world. Either you take it or you leave it. Okay. Because there's no marriage that's separated between that my husband is not feeding me, or the husband complains say my wife is not giving me nothing. He doesn't. He disrespect me. Either he disrespect me, he not respect me. He disobey me. I talk. He talk back at me. I no agree. And the man punch they come.
Mostly the respect aspect of it.
Understand? See, the man's language, love language is respect.
Yeah.
You can control a man. See, let me tell you the gospel truth. Let me tell you the gospel truth. Men, we are just figurehead when it comes to home. Women owns homes. Understand? Let me take for instance, a king is presiding on a particular case. And he got to a point and said, I want to go for recess. He's not going for any recess. He's going to consult his oracle. Who is the oracle? The wife. Most of the judgment our kings pass today, the decision came from their wife.
Wow.
Why? It's because how humble, how respectful, how submissive the woman is to that man. Understand? Indirectly, who is leading?
That's the woman.
Who is the lady? Who is the leader?
The wise woman.
The wise woman. Understand? But I no agree. Then they make woman they pack load come off for husband house. But you must be foolish to be wise.
To be wise. That is me.
Whoa. This is loaded, man.
Understand? You must. Men are very easy to control. Trust me.
Very.
Trust me. Of which the people will be thinking that that woman is using jazz over his wife, over his husband. It's a lie. A submissive woman. Take the heart, the soul of the husband. Maliciously, the man will be dancing to the woman. Oh, an idea. Understand? The man that you mistakenly rub slightly his ego. It's like when you touch a tail of a cobra. The way you want your husband to be for you, the same how you treat him. The man will see the man being miracle for you. That even if a mosquito bites you, the man want to go in for it. You not ask yourself, gone are those days, our father want to die for our mothers. They go to war to protect our mothers. Why? Because they are feminine, not masculine. No man want to marry a man who for house. Now gay I won't commit.
This is serious.
Understand?
This is serious.
This is part of our culture that's eroding. Understand? Now you acquire degree from university. You see your husband acquire degree from the same university. Now you're seeing your husband that the same degree I acquire, the same certificate I have, the man have. It's a lie. What makes him the man, makes him ahead of you. It's like this. It's not like this. Any day you're doing balance that I am equal to that man, you have already violated African tradition and culture. Understand? When the woman say, my husband cheat on me, I'll cheat back. What do you mean by cheating? There's nothing like cheating. Men don't cheat.
So men don't sleep with other women.
Come on.
Or their wives.
Come on. Men don't cheat. Let me ask you one question. In Africa, men don't cheat.
What did you do?
Understand? Listen, I'm even blaming some men that you see. If it's not respect, right? Gone are those days. If our father they go out and they see a beautiful bride, they will bring it home. Understand? Introduce to the first wife. Understand? And family continue from there. Gone are those days. Even ask king. A king is coming from a tour or an occasion, and he saw a bride. He doesn't care the family of the bride. He will pick the child first. Understand? Then send the king's men to the family of the girl child to go and announce to them that king, their child has found favor before king, not him find favor before the family.
This city is very hot.
Understand?
It's getting
So,
hot.
and tomorrow time you say African men are cheaters. I don't see myself as a cheater. If I come to meet you, say I have as a wife, and I say, my darling, I want to marry a second wife. Maybe for a particular reason. And because of your own selfish reason, you say no because of my property. You say no because you want to be in charge. You say no. Woman says no because of their own selfish interest, not because of they love you as a man. That's gospel truth. Now, you know, agree. Let's listen. Your husband has 12 concubines outside. And you see clearly you don't want to share your man with another woman.
The man has become a national king.
Okay, now the same man come meet you say, my wife, my beloved wife, please allow me, I want to marry a second wife. And you say no. So which one is better? A second wife and 12 concubines. And you still want to share your husband.
Wow. This is African culture.
I'm telling you the gospel truth.
It's African culture.
And for free.
No
See,
context.
I'm telling you the gospel truth.
Mm.
I believe in the era of our forefathers. My father has 3 wives. My mother is not the first, right? And I must say it for free. Men cannot love 2 women equally.
Equally. Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
It's not possible, right? If my father go out and return back, and he never, even though it's 3 a.m., he will sneak into my mother's room to eat food.
So you call it sneaking?
Yeah, na sneaking.
So he wasn't
Hold on,
doing it
because you need to please other, because there's always 2 plates of two plates of food.
Wait.
And he must eat from all. Understand? Then the one that did not bring that food, he knows that as he return back to that one chamber, that food is waiting. Understand? That is a sign. It must not be too obvious. But the woman will not say, my husband loves me more than the rest, due to some treatment, due to some responses.
But she may not.
She must not. That's the difference between our mothers and Gen Z time.
So this time is pepper them.
Yes, this time around, if your husband show it that he has more attention on love than more than the rest, you see that one. They can't pour that you make, they can't give you wear. Understand? To frustrate the other party. Understand? That is why you see that polygamy becomes something else today. Why everybody's running. Polygamy is actually a choice. Understand? But I advise everybody, if one woman is giving you headache, to balance it up, marry second one. Understand? If the 2 is giving you headache, to balance it, final, marry third. 3 women cannot connive against you at once. One will always be outside to protect your interests.
This is a crown prince, people. He is allowed to marry 4 wives.
Culture is our unique heritage.
Culture is our originality, true identity of who we are.
If we are to preserve culture, we must continue to create and promote our rich and diverse culture. Nigeria's first reality TV show on culture, tradition, and tourism. 37 contestants, 1 house. Who will win 15 million naira? A brand new SUV and 1-year contract. Also, 10 million naira and 5 million naira to the first and second runner-up. Guess what? Every contestant is a winner in monetary terms as a means of youth empowerment. Register now. Log on to www.cultureniger.com. Inquiries call 08034458339 or Culture Niger. Be original. My culture, my identity.
Please, I want to find out, just like I said, that this Culture Niger reality TV show is going to, take care of a lot, considering all the cultures we're bringing out today and needs to be redefined. Now, who is eligible to contest for this?
Thank you very much. Okay. Everybody, it's not everybody though, because we have age bracket from 18 to 40. Eligible to
From 18 to 40?
Yes. Eligible. Yes. There are some people in the village. They are well reverend of culture and tradition. They know more deep about culture, and they are allowed to contest. Even if they cannot speak English, they should come to the house and speak that dialect.
How are you going to judge?
We have judges who cut across all the tribe.
Because we're talking about a normal context. You talk about the boys, you talk about the catwalking, the fluency, either in English now you're doing a traditional thing. So how are you? Is it that the 40 or the elderly people coming into it is a kind of comic relief, or they are actually in the real contest?
I'm 40 years. Yeah. So are you telling me that I'm not fit for any contest?
You're a man.
I'm a man.
A woman at 40 may not be as
A woman at
as
40
you are.
who is grounded in culture and tradition. There are women of 40 years that are still like 30 years old.
Oh yes, that's true.
Understand? And that is why there's going to be an audition to select the best among all.
Okay.
Understand? We cannot just pick random people into the house. Understand? Because you're going to represent the interest of your state.
Okay.
Right? One person represents the interest of the state. For instance, in River State here, one person represents the interest of River State, and the person that represents the interest of River State must be present in Pere, Goni, Calabari, Ugo, and some other instances. And then in the house, it's not necessarily going to do wrong way fashion parade like this.
Okay.
He will be using solely traditional attire of that state all through the 60 days in the house. Understand?
Of the state you represent.
Yes. Understand? If rivers have a something language or tribe, ethnics, automatically we must provide that 20 traditional attire for her or him all through he or her state in the house.
So is this contest both sets?
Yes, of course. Yes, because like I said, we are building a cultural village. For each state, we have their own apartment to themselves. So no sharing of rooms. Understand? Because we don't want immorality to be practiced in the house. If we are preaching against immorality and you are putting two people together, understand? You can't see everything at the same time. Understand? And there are some certain things that the audience might catch, understand, of which you might not get at that moment. Understand? So to be on the safe side, understand, every state we're going to have 37 huts. Understand? Which we already have 3 hectares of land for that already. And before now to September ending, we should be able to put those structures in place. The reality should kick off first week of October this year.
First week of October.
Yes, application will be on air first week of October, right? So, and before that October, the cultural village is going to be ready. We're having it is going to be a 2 segment cultural village and a resort center. Understand? Where, for instance, if Mama Africa is coming to visit them in the house, understand, she'll have where to stay, not going to the hotel. There's always a perfect hotel, traditional design, but inside is well equipped.
Wow.
Understand? With everything you could think of.
It's mind blowing.
Understand? Right? And it's a place where you see beautiful nature, animal, fresh food, whatever you can think of, which has already going on, planting is going on, and have some already on the site already. Understand? So it's going to be pure tourist attraction.
Yes, I was about.
We're doing it region by region, but for now we kick off from Benue State.
Okay.
Charity begin from the house.
Okay. So you accept contestants from every.
It's a national event. Just that Benue States are just, let me say, fortunate or lucky to have the maiden edition.
Okay.
Understand, in Benue State.
Okay.
I told you, primarily we were planning to do it here in River State. Understand? But due to some circumstances, we decided to push it down to Benue State. Understand? And we get to Benue State, we have this immediate acceptance from the government of the day. Understand? They give us their support and some other financial institutions at the state level too give us throw their weight on the project. So, and we are actually on the fast lane to get things.
So are there procedures like the registration, how you can apply?
Yes, of course.
So tell us about that.
Yes, our website is ongoing right now.
Okay.
We have website, understand, but we are fixing a lot. You say the more you grow, the more they break, you advance more, and a lot of things come into the project. So that you have to do your plus and minus. So you have to remove to add. So our site is under maintenance right now. So before the unveiling on 18th of this month, the site will be fully set for any activity.
So you're having unveiling this month?
This month, April 18th.
Okay.
Understand? So you can register through our site.
Okay.
Understand? But being a cultural event, it's not everybody who can access the site. So we have a financial institution, a bank, whereby you can dash to the bank, understand, and pick up the form, fill your data, submit back to the bank. Bank will upload it to our site.
So which bank is
that? We'll reveal that as we proceed. So we are in talk with 2 banks. Understand? We have not decided they want to follow. Understand? But on or before the unveiling of the project, we will make our decision which of the banks to work with.
Okay, I wish the
Because
names are ready.
because there's always this brand exclusivity when it comes to financial institution. They wouldn't, if they are there, they wouldn't want other one to come into it. Understand? So and we are looking for the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Understand? You can't choose this person. Why this person give you higher bidder?
So,
Understand?
Prince, when should people expect to get this information? Because you're unveiling on the 18th of April,
Yes.
2025.
Yes.
It's really at hand.
Yeah. See, unveiling is not launching. You're unveiling a brand. That is a basic awareness you're creating. That this thing is coming up. Understand? And it's going to hit the air so period of time. So like you're bringing people together to like announce the coming of culture Nigeria. Be ready, be aware. Understand? And before October, the first week of October we're talking about, when the cultural village will be ready, we'll launch alongside with the project proper. So that's coming up by September ending. So all are well planned and structured already. So September ending, we're launching the cultural village and culture Nigeria at once.
So maybe you may have every reason to come to EZE IKEMBA 1 TV again.
EZE IKEMBA
to reach a wider audience.
EZE IKEMBA 1 is a cultural TV on the set that we will always want to partner with in as much culture Nigeria is concerned.
Okay.
On the set, giving us this platform alone, on the set to promote culture and the culture Nigeria and the EZE IKEMBA TV, I believe share the let me say similar vision, whereby we're going to partner together to make this larger project a successful one. So time to time, we always appear on EZE IKEMBA
One TV.
TV. And EZE IKEMBA One TV, they're going to be a part of this unveiling because one, they need to be there live to carry out, to showcase what's going to happen 18th of April to the whole world. So right now I'm inviting EZE IKEMBA 1 officially, although we have written to officially to the TV station that we'll be expecting them.
Okay.
Wanted to be part of the unveiling.
We'll be there.
Okay.
Live and direct. Please, Honorable Ned, please, just briefly, just give us your last words on culture. Let's just have your last view on culture.
Well, what I want to say is we should learn and we should go back to where we were coming before we got to this stage. Because if you know where you are coming from, it's easy for you to know where you are going. So let's first of all think back what our parents used to enjoy. Those things we are missing. Let's see how we can bring them back and make it a reality for our children that are coming. To see that they enjoy those things we saw when we were little. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. King, please, your last words.
Yeah, mine is kind of to give us kind of a push or to encourage us. Because if you look at all the points that we have made so far, it's not going to be an easy. Because the project that we have at hand now is the kind of to provide solution to get that stage that we want. So it's not going to be an easy one. Coming up with this audition is one of them. Then there are still areas that we need to explore. I don't know if it will be to go into a kind of to create a media system that we still can still use to reach out. Or if you can go to places like churches, I don't know, or a kind of way operate with other NGOs that will go wider in order for us to achieve our primary aim. That's what I
Thank you so much. And one of the methods is coming to EZE IKEMBA 1 TV. Yes, and you will reach the world. Thank you so much for coming. Mama Africa. As I'm looking at you, I'm remembering an African woman. Dark, bold, beautiful.
Yeah. We're natural, no artificial.
No artificial.
Yeah.
So, Mama, please, you briefly just summarize.
Yeah, I want to commend the culture Nigeria. You have just made my day. These are the things I've been noticing within me and all that. I love culture. To the extent of the drugs I take, they are all culture. They are all natural things. Culture is nature, the real original of who you are. Yeah, I would give my all to make sure that we promote this and helping us to know who we are. We're very rich. We're very, if we can explore what we have, we'll be at the envy of everybody. Whenever I come across the Western, they always have this, mama, they always love the way I look at others. So let's push it. Let's tell our people. Let's make them to know where we're coming from. And you see that we'll have a lot of good results, especially from the health side of it. Because we are trying to copy. That's why we're also having the Oyibo sickness today. But when we live our natural life, we'll be free from so many problems and even death will be averted more in this. So I want to take it again. Remember, Ikemba television is their first, is a backbone to give it all that the world will hear us. We have a good planet, so we can come.
Thank you, Mama Africa, and all the crew of African Culture Niger Reality TV show. We're looking forward for this epoch occasion. Okay, so my people, you've heard it now. I told you, if you want to enjoy this kind of gist, stick to EZE IKEMBA 1 TV, and you will thank me for it. Thank you so much, and don't forget to follow us on all our social media platform. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube. Twitter, that's X, right? Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and every platform that you can follow us. Follow us, and you will see EZE IKEMBA 1 TV. Thank you. See ya.
EZE IKEMBA 1 TV, redefining African culture and the spirit.